When people found out that I was fighting on the Contender series is after John Jones knocked out DC. Right after that victory, they put on the screen Contender series for that Tuesday, and they show my face, and I'm sitting at a bar, and everyone at the bar around me looks over at me and looks up at the picture and looks over at me like, what? And everybody was trying to figure out why I have a gallon at the bar just chugging water because I had to cut to make weight 2 days later. My name is Julian Marquez. I fight for the UFC. My record is a number and another number side by side. And I live in Las Vegas. My upbringing was amazing. I had some of the most caring family ever. I'm half Cuban, half American. So I had all the love from my dad's side, which is Cuban, and all the love from my American side on my mom's side. And every party we had, there was 70 to 80 people there, and everybody would always come over every morning just to say hi or to have some coffee. So we were a really close family and family oriented. Well, me and my father, when we were younger, we would watch like Pride. Like I watched the first Pride. I actually remember watching the very first UFC. Like we'd sit there side by side. My dad told me one day, was like, oh man, you have to watch this, these guys are going at it. And our whole entire family would love boxing. We'd have big fight parties and everything. So martial arts has been in our family. It's like in our bloodline. We watch all sorts of things from boxing, judo, to whatever, contact sport we have. And it was just kind of growing up with that, watching Tank Abbott going, being my dad's favorite fighter, to seeing Royce Gracie evolve, or Sakuraba, Pride, Bob Sapp. Like we can keep going to all these just names that I remember watching these guys go at it, and these big timers back in the day. And it's just something that kind of resonated with me during those times. I actually started wrestling, and wrestling just led to one thing, and then after wrestling's done, there's really no giant platform after like the NFL or the NBA for wrestlers. So, I went to work and, got my college degree, and it was fun, but you're always missing that need to want to like compete, your competitive instinct, your competitive side. You're always challenging people. It's even if it's to wash the dishes faster than the next person or clean off the table, whatever it may be, you just had that competitive outlook. And I had a friend that, hit me up one day and was like, this gym, at the time it was called Grindhouse in Lee Summit, Missouri. It's like K2L Grindhouse. Said, hey, they're looking for wrestlers. I'm picking you up. I didn't have a choice. You just picked me up, and then fell in love with it ever since.
You did it, because it was their first season doing it?
Season 1 is by far the best season of anything. Anything you ever look at, any TV series. Sometimes they get better if they're really good, but majority of the season 1s are always going to be the best. Season 1 of Tough is an iconic movement. It brought what it is. We still talk about the Forrest Griffin Stephan Bonner fight to this day, and that whole entire series. But it's just the Contender series back then. Like we weren't allowed to tell anyone. I told my family, they knew, but my friends that I sat there, the people I worked with, didn't know that I was fighting. Like there would be reporters contacting me, asking me if I would fight. And there are people out there that were just kind of giving out their stuff, giving out their information, like, yeah, I'm gonna fight. And it worked for some people. Some people actually got removed from the cards because of it. But when they put us together, if you watch season 1, like the type of competition was different. Like it was a fight. You had number 1 guy and number 2 guy in that weight class fighting each other. The styles were amazing. From every episode was just a highlight reel, and they brought up star power through them, and it was amazing. Like when people found out that I was fighting on the Contender series is after John Jones knocked out DC. Right after that victory, they put on the screen Contender series for that Tuesday, and they show my face, and I'm sitting at a bar, and everyone at the bar around me looks over at me and looks up at the picture and looks over at me like, what? And everybody was trying to figure out why I have a gallon at the bar just chugging water because I had to cut to make weight 2 days later. And the process of my arm and what happened on that DiChirico fight, it was crazy. Right? It was the most rarest thing. I'm one of one to ever have it in the UFC. No one's ever seen it before. They put many doctors on me. They put many different types of physical therapy, many hours of physical therapy. And the thing is that this is who I am and this is where I want to be. And I just kept toughing it out, kept going. It's been a long journey, but we're here now and we're ready to rock. So there's always times that you're going to come across that. You want to quit. You want to give up because it's like, look, you don't know. The doctors are telling you you may never fight again. The doctors are saying, I don't know what's going on. You know, you have all these different problems, but if you lose hope, then it's over. So while everyone else loses hope, you got to keep it strong. And that's what I did, and it got me to where I am at this moment, right here today, getting ready for the next. Oh, the PI wasn't even built during the time in Vegas. I moved for opportunity. You know, being uncomfortable is probably the best way to get what you want. If you're comfortable, if you're inside your nest, if you're at your home, you're never gonna grow. You know, a turtle doesn't get any progress if he doesn't stick his neck out. So I picked up and moved to fight capital of the world, and I went out there and I just pushed myself every day to get to where I am, and I fell in line with the right people and the right situations that got me to the right spot.
Tell me how amazing the PI is.
PI is great, man. It has everything you want in it, but at the same time, it kind of just makes you spoiled. You know, they're always there for you. Whether you need nutrition, whether you need PT, whether you need strength and conditioning, whether you need a friend to talk to, they're there. And it is the greatest thing for an athlete. You feel like you are an NFL athlete, an NBA athlete, a hockey, whatever, NHL. Don't know why I said hockey. But it feels amazing. But then we get spoiled, you know, so when we have to leave, we miss it so much. And they're great. All the people at the PI are amazing. Even in the cafeteria, they feed you, they care about you, and you can feel it.
Great fit for you.
Man, Jason House is a great, the whole thing, Lance, Jacob, they're just good people, they're genuine people, and they care for you. You know, they've been rocking with me during the time of my injury. You know, most people won't even know, but I lost a lot of my money. I put in a lot of investments. I was down low. I didn't have anything. I had to go for another surgery. I'm hurting. I didn't know what to do. And Jason says, I got you. Jason bought me a plane ticket to go check up on my arm, and then I ended up having surgery. He didn't ask for the money back. He doesn't care. That is real. It was no questions asked. He said, what's your account, what's your Venmo? He sent me the money. He said, buy the plane ticket. I went out there. We had the second surgery. One of the first people that texted me after it, besides family members, was House. So it's like you can't find that in a lot of people, and that you actually generally feel.